Okay guys, this will be really fast. I'm going first, and I don't really have anything to do. I could lightning ward his knight, or I could chase after his scout. So I decided to chase after his scout first. I get it to hit, which is sweet, so it causes it to run away and takes care of it for now. So now I decide to lightning ward his knight, get it hurt pretty big, and I'm just going to keep putting the pressure on here. Go up with my witch. I know I can barrier it, and he goes for it, which is very awkward. So, excuse me. I put the barrier on it to guarantee its safety. And looking at his knight's HP, I know that 2 pyroblasts will kill it. So I'm just looking at where the positioning can be that I can get them both at. I hit him with 1, so now the next one, he will die, and there is nowhere his knight can run to be safe. So he decides just to not even move it at all, condemn it to death, and go for my cleric. Unfortunately for him, my setup is so perfect, or set up in a way that I can protect the cleric with a body in the way as a meat shield, and I'm still able to finish off his knight. So now here's a very interesting scenario where it was, do I want to save the witch or do I want to kill his assassin? I figured his witch, or my witch I should say, my witch is going to be in peril regardless because he could sacrifice his witch for it. So I figure, considering my witch has already done something, that would be a good option for me. So if he still wants to trade witches, that's alright, but I'm also going to give me a very high % chance to get his assassin, and I get a really lucky block, which is great. That block changed a whole ton, so now there's still a chance for a witch trade if he wants to do it, and I guarantee myself that I can kill this assassin. However, with his peculiar move of knight, it gives me a 72% chance, or was it just 7? No, 65. It was a 65% chance to both save my witch and kill his assassin. But I end up choosing the 100% kill since my witch already got a lucky block. I don't want to take any more risks that I don't have to, so I'm just going to let that go, make sure it's not for nothing. And now he's got a knight right up in my grill, so I'm just going to start beating down on him. And this whole time his scout has been knocked off to the side, so that's been really great. And I'm going to continue to keep the blocking up, move my scout back so that he can't get to my cleric, because the cleric is pretty darn important. He goes down, it's going to be tough. I'd have to go up in his territory and it wouldn't work. So I'm just continuing to take out his knight, and now he puts up a very peculiar predicament for me. Both pyros are going to die in one hit, and both pyros are obviously in range of being killed. So it's also a question of, do I want to save one? Do I want to kill the knight? Do I want to kill his witch? I decide that, pyros suck, so I'm going to trade both my pyros for your witch. And each pyro kind of has their own little advantage. This pyro down below had a better chance for him to make a mistake on, and the pyro up top had a better chance to block. So I can't really describe why, but based on where he positioned his scout at the bottom to kill that pyro, I know he's not very good with his scout. There was a better place for it. But I'm able to get the witch trade. Both pyros die, not too big of a deal, and his knight is now sealed off with a guy on each of his sides. So he just continues to keep forcing the pressure. The way this game works is that if a unit gets a block, his blocking chance goes down to decrease the chance of him blocking again. If he gets hit, his blocking chance goes up to, theoretically keep it probable for something that gets around 50% chance to block to get hit every other time. So he just got a side hit on my scout, which means it's got a very high block percentage right now. And so I block that front shot right there, and I'm thinking now, do I want to go for his knight or keep my scout alive? His Chantress is way down at the bottom, and so I know it's only going to be a factor at the very end of the game, and it's only really going to be for forcing draws. With his very wide spread set originally, it's kind of bad in the way that it's not strong in any one spot, and it's vulnerable in every spot. So I know that this scout is now key. Scouts are always key. They're the most important unit. And if I keep that scout alive, he can't win. So I'm just going to keep barriering that guy and trying to force his pressure away to give me more time, because the more time I have, the better my chances are again. But he keeps putting the pressure on, trying to finish off my scout, despite the barriers and the heals and all that stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, fine, if we trade scouts, I'll have 3 knights. I might be able, I'll definitely get a draw, but it'll be close for pulling out a win. So heal my units up, get them back within 2 hits to kill my scout, and his scout is now in mortal peril. Unfortunately, he gets another ridiculous hit, which sucks right now, but it's a huge advantage later. So I have to barrier the scout if I want to save it, which is what I do. And he starts going for suicides, trying to finish off one of my crucial units. So The way this game also works is that every unit has a set amount of weight. You can't use it too often in a row, and each unit has a different amount. So his pyro is going to be stuck there for a while. And so I take a turn, go up and hit it, and by the time he can use it again, it's already going to be dead. So during all that time frame, I get another heal up, so my scout is yet again going to take 2 hits to kill. And now I'm just retreating my knight to preserve its damage, as he just got zapped. And now he's also going to finish off the pyro. So things are looking pretty good. 1 knight will absolutely never beat 3, but with his enchantress back there, I'm going to need at least 3 knights. 2 knights ain't going to cut it. So since that, as I mentioned just recently, that scout did get hit in the front, so his blocking chance is through the roof. Therefore, his scout has 0% chance to hit it right now, even if he were to try and do a miracle sacrifice for it. So I put my scout in the corner, block off with the knight, so now my scout cannot be hit right now, which is great. Even though he can die in 1 hit, he can't get hit. So that's cool. However, he's going to continue to force the pressure, trying to get a better angle on it. I'm going to heal up. Doesn't change the fact that it's still a 1-hit kill on my scout, but the next heal I get will. And I do have that barrier as well to help continue to stall. But now he's going for the cleric, and I've got choices. Do I want to kill his scout? Do I want to save my scout? Do I want to save my cleric? I definitely need to save his knight. His scout is in position right now to move and get a better % chance to kill my scout, so I've got to move it. And there's, fortunately for me, 1 square right there where he still has 0% chance to hit it for now. From the front anyway. So he decides to go for my cleric, and now I'm thinking, man, if I block off his scout, it'll prevent him from finishing off my cleric for now, but then his knight will finish off either my cleric or my scout. I've got to kill something. If I've got 3 knights, and we trade scouts, it's going to be really tough. It'll definitely be a draw at the very worst. So I'm not too concerned in that regard. I'm going to make him make the right play. He had to kill my scout. He had a 21% chance, I believe, to do it. He didn't even go for it. He just killed my cleric. And that's not going to cut it. So I'm going to seal off his scout here, and it's pretty much condemned. I still do need to land 1 hit on it, but I have a very high % chance to do it, I believe. I think it's around 70. I can't tell exactly because it's kind of blurry from this angle, at least. So I do get that hit right there, however, and that's going to be the game. My scout is alive, so his Chantress is nullified, and there's nothing he can do. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. He was a really good player. Peace.